Hello homemakers, I'm Melinda and I'm cooking my way through Betty Crocker's 1971 recipe card library. And today we're making a bunch of fruits and veggies. All right, so Betty has a whole section in her library called Recipes for Calorie Counters, section K. And I saw a few cards in here that I thought would be good to do together. So the first one is Crisp Cold Relishes, card 13. Then we have Summer Fruits, card 23. More Summer Fruits, card 24. And Dips for Dunking, card 25. So basically, she's just kind of using these cards to give you ideas for how to kind of arrange a fruit platter or a vegetable tray at a party, and then some kind of easy, healthy dips for fruits and vegetables that you can pair with the platter. So I thought it'd be fun. You know, it's 90 degrees and very humid in Brooklyn on this day, so I didn't really want to cook anything. I thought that we could just kind of arrange some produce. All right, let's take a look at the ingredients. I believe this is the most produce I've ever purchased in my life at one time. This took actually 3 different trips to the grocery store to collect all of these things, because I don't have a car, you know. There's a lot of stuff here, but I hope it turns out like a nice, beautiful spread. Starting with the dips for dunking, both dips are made with cottage cheese and skim milk. And then the fruit and cheese dip has snipped chives, lemon juice, and salt. And then the garden vegetable dip has green pepper, green onion, and radish. So those are the dips. For the cold or crisp cold relishes, we're making carrot, cucumber, and zucchini sticks. Where's my zucchini? So we're making celery fans, radish fans, broccoli buds, cucumber petals. So I have another cucumber for the cucumber petals. Green onions, just more green onions on the tray, and then Oriental Kebabs, not a great name, but it's basically, it's green pepper and water chestnut, which I forgot to get out. I also need these olives, water chestnut. Then we have pineapple boats, polka dot melons, pineapple raspberry parfaits, melon boat salads, berry dips, and a melon cascade. Which I'm not even gonna tell you what is in what, because you're gonna find out when I start making it. So the first thing that we're gonna do is make the 2 dips because they have to chill in the fridge for a while. So let's get started by just cutting up some vegetables for the garden vegetable dip. So we just need, for the fruit and cheese dip, I need 2 teaspoons of snipped chives. That much. So I'm gonna put this in one bowl. Then for the vegetable dip, we need a tablespoon of onion, a tablespoon of radish, and a tablespoon of green bell pepper. Done. Wow. Wasn't that easy? Okay, so I don't know anything about cottage cheese. I've never tasted cottage cheese. I've never purchased cottage cheese. Quite frankly, I find it gross, which is strange because I love ricotta, which is like a little step removed from cottage cheese. They seem similar, but so the fruit dip calls for dry cottage cheese. The garden vegetable dip calls for creamed cottage cheese. I don't know if that's referring to something you have to do to the cottage cheese before you buy it, or if that was supposed to be on the labels at the store, but I read every cottage cheese brand at the store. None of them said dry or creamed. They just said small or large curd. So whatever, I just bought small curd. And then it says that for the vegetable dip, we can beat the cottage cheese and milk until creamy. But then in the other one, it says to put everything in the blender and blend until smooth. I don't have a blender, so I'm just gonna prepare all of the cottage cheese the same way. I'm gonna do the cottage cheese, whatever milk and cheese it calls for, in the bowl with the mixer, and then I'll put it in its individual bowl. Because that way I can at least, I think it's gonna be kind of the same. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen in a blender that wouldn't happen with this mixer. So anyway, so I'm gonna do a cup, which I believe is half of this. Okay, so let's do the fruit one first. The fruit one requires 2/3 of a cup of milk. So this is gonna be like a much wetter than the other one. There's cheese flying everywhere. Okay, I might just have to call this a fail, but I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna put it with the chives and the lemon and the salt. Lemon juice. How much? 1 teaspoon? Let's just eyeball it. 1 teaspoon of salt. Yep. Okay, so that's my first dip. We'll see what happens in the fridge. Now we're gonna do another cup of cottage cheese. Put in 2 tablespoons of milk. Oh, I was gonna put celery salt in here too. Okay, well, I'm just gonna put it in here with the veggies and we'll see what happens. So I'm just gonna put some salt in and I'm gonna put some celery seed in. And maybe that'll help. Well, I don't know if it was my fault or the cottage cheese's fault, but these dips look stupid. They look real stupid. These do not look good. But I'm gonna put them in the fridge and chill them while we cut up the fruits and vegetables. I'll be right back. Okay, so I thought that first we would assemble the veggies, because they're, I don't know, they're a little bit easier maybe. So she says, prepare your choice of any of the relishes below. Place vegetables in a bowl of ice and water to keep them fresh and crisp until serving time. Nibble for snacks. No need to count calories. There are so few. So, and you can see on the front of the card, she does have like a bowl of veggies and water. So I am going to kind of just go down the list and prep all of them. The first one is carrot, cucumber, or zucchini sticks. I'm gonna do all 3. And she just says cut carrot, cucumber, or zucchini into short narrow sticks. If you wish, place sticks in small pitted ripe olives, which are 5 calories each. So I'm just gonna start by prepping some carrots. Why not? Okay, so this is what I imagine ooh. This one already looks like a finger. Why? I don't know. All right, so now this next one is zucchini. See, if you shove it in and it's too big, it'll kind of crack the olive. But the next one I'm gonna do is called Cucumber Petals. Yeah, she says, run a sharp tine fork down the length of an unpared cucumber. Okay, and then we slice it this way and we should get fun. It should look kind of like a flower. Okay. Okay, so for the celery fans, we need to cut celery into sticks. Do I need to cut it? But I think I leave it as a whole U shape. Yeah, okay. These look really cool in the photo, so I hope I can do it right. So basically what I'm gonna do is kind of go halfway into the stick and make a cut like this. So it fans out. Maybe I went too far. And then you go halfway on the other end. Yeah, I went too far and it broke. Ugh, okay. Let's try again. Maybe the sticks need to be longer? I don't know. So I'm not gonna go as far. Like that. And then I'm trying to leave like a finger's length. Maybe that's like 1/2 inch in the center that's not cut. And the idea is, see how it fans out? The idea is once it goes in the water, it's gonna like curly Q. So I really wanna tuck it in there. This one's messed up, I'll put it in there anyway. So we're trying not to cut all the way through. I wonder if I should cut the bottom off a little bit to get myself a stable bottom. And then I'm just making the tiniest slices I can. they either don't go in far enough or go in too far. There's no in between. Oh well. Still looks kind of cool. Okay, so then the next one is pretty simple. It's just, she calls it broccoli buds. Break and cut broccoli into bite-sized florets, which is pretty much what I assume what you would do if you were serving broccoli. You wouldn't just put this on the table. So this one's not as fun, but. And then the last thing is the Oriental Kebabs, which is basically green pepper and water chestnuts kind of skewered on a toothpick. So, okay, the last time I used these toothpicks was for hot dog cheesies, and they did not hold. They did not do what they're supposed to do, which is hold things together. So I have like my doubts with this one, but we'll see. So I have some water chestnuts here that I just drained with a can, and I'm just gonna alternate. And it's funny, she says to serve this one with soy sauce to dip it in. So I'm gonna put a little thing of soy sauce on my tray. But yeah, I guess that's that. I think I'm all set. I think this is enough veggies. This is a whole bowl full of veggies. I might actually put some more ice in there because it's not as cold as I'd like it to be. So yeah, so I'll get cleaned up and then we'll start on the fruits. I got this Swiss chard from my CSA, and I hate Swiss chard. I think it's really bitter and really gross. So I was thinking I could like line the tray with it, and that way there's like a nice bed of green that all the fruit is kind of piled around. It's all gonna come together. I have a vision. Oh, I should show you guys my vision. This diagram, which is inexplicably wet, is my game plan. So these are our fruits: honeydew, grapes, cantaloupe, watermelon, pineapple, strawberries, raspberries. And then imagine these are the Avengers. You know, Avengers are assembling, and everyone else got snapped, so they gotta go out and they gotta get the Infinity Stones. So they all go their separate ways. They create the different fruit arrangements, and then they meet up again together to kill Thanos on this plate. So that's the plan. These fruits are gonna split up, do some things, and then all get arranged on the plate. And we have our six items here: the Melon Cascade, the Melon Wedge, pineapple strawberry boat, watermelon cantaloupe dots, strawberries and sugar, pineapple raspberry parfait. So those are the six. So that's the plan. I'm gonna cut it in half. Oops. I did not go straight in half. On rogue. I'm not doing what Betty told me to do, but I have this half of pineapple that I cored and like scooped out all the innards as much as I could. Then I'm gonna take this half of pineapple and I'm just gonna cut it normally, the way that you would dissect a pineapple. And the idea is now we could put like some of this back in and also put strawberries in it. And you want to do like a checkerboard. So then the next one I'm making is a pineapple raspberry parfait. So it says fill a parfait glass. I'm just using a drinking glass with alternating layers of pineapple chunks and raspberries. That one looks kind of the way it should. Okay, done. Okay. So I'm gonna let's cut it in half. So now, once again, I was bad at cutting something in half, but I'm gonna basically make this half into wedges for our melon boats, I think is what they're called. Melon boat salads. So I'm gonna kind of cut this into a nice wedge. But we also need some cantaloupe balls, so I'm gonna scoop some balls out of this cantaloupe. Okay, so now we're gonna start working on the watermelon dots. What do I call it? Polka dot melons. Polka dot melons. So we're cutting this watermelon into wedges. And then I'm gonna scoop a hole out of the wedge and put the cantaloupe in the hole. Oh my God, it's so cute. So cute. But it looks a little scary. They kind of look like aliens. Okay, so we're going back to the melon boats. And I'm gonna use some toothpicks. She doesn't say to do this, but I think it's smart. To kind of adhere some various fruits into the melon. So I'm gonna do a strawberry, I'm gonna do a watermelon ball, I'm gonna do a grape somewhere. So it kind of, you know, looks like it's being held in place. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 done. 2 left. Okay, so then another dessert is called berry dips. And, oh, it says do not haul. Okay. It says to just serve strawberries with a cup of confectioner's sugar to dip it in. Let me try it. I know I'm not supposed to try things yet, but. Sure. So that's another one done. Okay, so the last one and the craziest one, the one I'm most excited for but most nervous for, is the Melon Cascade, which she also didn't photograph. But basically you cut the honeydew lengthwise into 8 wedges, not cutting through to the bottom. And so it's supposed to like kind of splay out like a claw. And then you fill it with grapes. So I'm gonna cut off the bottom just so I have like a stable base to work on. And then I'm gonna cut this way, not all the way through. Not all the way through. But I'm not sure how you're supposed to eat this. Are you supposed to like grab a wedge? Oh my God, this is like battling a sea creature. And then you're supposed to take kind of like groups of grapes and drape them as if they're cascading out the melon. Okay, whew. I mean, it looks insane, but I guess it's like kind of beautiful for a party, right? So then I'm gonna take, this is our vegetable dip, which all things considered looks decent. I'm gonna put it in the center here. So then, that's our vegetables. We have this fruit dip that I find questionable. This fruit dip did not go as planned. That looks wrong. That looks incorrect. But I'm gonna spoon some of it into a dish and it'll be on the table if anyone's interested in it. I would not personally dip any fruit in here. Don't splash. Okay, we did it! Look at all these fruits and veggies. Look at all these fruits and veggies. That took so much work. And I have 10 minutes to spare before my friends get here. All right, so I don't want to dig in too much because this is a spread that I made for some guests, but I do want to definitely try this because this looks so refreshing. Ooh, yeah, that's just like a pineapple raspberry seltzer. Oh my God. Yeah, this is incredible. I needed that. It's so hot. Whew. Okay. And then like I tried the fruit as I was assembling, you know, like we know what fruit tastes like. But I am gonna try the vegetable dip, which is like mysteriously watery. I don't know, dude. I hate cottage cheese. It looks so gross. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Okay. Yeah, the dip is a weird texture. Obviously, as you can tell, it's like chunks of cheese and milk. But, and it's like a little, it doesn't have a lot of flavor. Because I'm dipping a vegetable in a dip made out of vegetables. So yeah, that definitely tastes like a low calorie food. That tastes like someone trying to be healthy, but vegetables look great. Everything looks great. Should I try this dip? Oh, I don't want to. See, what am I getting? Water? Milk? Cheese? Yeah, it's stupid. If that had turned out right, maybe it would have been better, but that's a waste of time. I don't know why I made these dips. My dips suck. Yeah, so overall, these were like some fun ideas. I'm glad that I tried them out. It was kind of overwhelming to do them all at the same time, but a few of these ideas might stick. They do look pretty presentable. Like if I was gonna put fruit out at a party, it is nicer to do something fun with it rather than just like throw it on a tray. All right, so recipes for calorie counters. I mean, I haven't looked at the full spread of what she's offering in here for these recipes, but I would say that it is a good idea to put fruit and veggies out instead of like cheese or meats or like an unhealthy option for a party. This is like a healthy option for a party, but these dips were not it. Like if you're trying to cut corners and do like a cottage cheese dip instead of just like a nice like sour cream based dip, like I'd rather just not have it on the table at all. Like just give me the veggies at that point, do a hummus. I know Betty probably didn't know what hummus was in the 70s, but yeah, the dips were a fail, but the fruit and vegetables were fun. So I give, I give the dips card 0 out of 5 red spoons. Don't do it, don't bother. But I give the other cards 4 out of 5 red spoons. Some good ideas in here. And worth it to make your table look a little bit more fun. All right, so I'm putting these back in the box. Here's my recipes for calorie counters. Here it is. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, happy homemaking.